Hello everybody, Alliance Raids is upon us. In fact, it is so close, you can almost taste it. It might have already started. It's just actually started by the time you see this video. I think we're just about to go in our Alliance. So I'll try and get this video out as timely as possible because you're probably wondering about making decisions about who to take in. Cat Murdoch, of course, has saved the day with it. I mean, you can search it in-game, but Cat Murdoch saves the day, of course, with the full Assault, Vanguard and Tactician lineup. There are some really decent champions on there, depending on which one you choose for the respective boost that you might want to get. There's obviously big questions at the moment with what is good, what is bad. I've definitely seen like a few people trying to ascertain which champion's going to be best. Here's some good examples right here of which ones to take in. Of course, Deadpool X-Force I think is going to be like a top contender to be put in based on like damage potential and rotation, especially if we look at some of the key. Let's actually go back to the one that's we're actually associating this with Deadpool X-Force with. Is he Assault? He is Assault, isn't he? Yeah. So questionable, I think, whether or not you kind of like go with. I mean, it's Siphon Slider, increase dodging the defender inflicts 125% debuff to Siphon, debuff for 45 seconds, blah 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 blah. Increase passive damage effects, and if the defender is triggers a immunity, blah 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 blah. Look, we all know what we're going to say here. He does big debuff damage. He does big passive damage. Therefore, he do more big damage. It's a no-brainer. Like this is really handy from Cat to kind of like give us an idea of pair-offs. Okay, there's still some stuff, as she said here, like inadequate data on strength. It's just a case of testing it, like road testing it. Which ones are going to be good against the aforementioned prowess ender? Some champions there. Would Magneto work? Maybe, but to be honest, it's like he does prowess. He gets prowess buffs. Yes. Is there going to be a good counter to some of the champions you're facing off against? Again, good question, because some of the champions that are in there are Deathless Guillotine, Deathless She-Hulk, and of course Vision. You've got that as a hashtag metal. Is Guillotine Deathless a hashtag metal champion? That again would give you the perfect answer you would require from that one. We're just going to double check that right here. So tag and bio and yeah, hashtag metal. Okay, so two champions, a hashtag metal. Would Thanos be one then? That's a very good question. If that's another one, metal. Okay, so that's three champions that are hashtag metal. Is anybody going to be bringing in... I do you know what? I think there will be a percentage of people that would bring in a Magneto, but I don't think it will be a high percentage for it. So you've got to look at that. You've got to look at like what is going to be a good pair up. Like a good... Like red meat and red wine. Or a pale... Well, a pie and a pale ale. A fish and white wine. You know, these are kind of like... it's all about good pair-ups, isn't it? Good pair-ups. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. There you go. Less about booze and food, more about the Marvel Universe. The same thing with Crit Crusher, like Storm Pyramid X. Storm in general. Storm Pyramid X for Prowess Ender. Very nice. But of course, Storm with Crit Crusher. Could be nice with obviously the crits that she does. So that again could be a very nice pair up indeed, especially for like an assault based side of things. I've seen some people complaining about that. Like we got a thread here with people are talking about assault and some champions that are not really kind of like ticking the boxes. Hulkbuster was a go-to, but he's been removed. Yeah, I mean I'm chill with this. Like there's some really decent champions for me that have already set up. Like I'm set up to go with Vanguard. I had a chat with the lads a moment ago. I'm going with Hulk because I'm spoilt for choice. Like this is the rarity when it comes to doing this. I am spoilt for choice with champions under Vanguard as being my kind of like chosen place to go. You can see that on screen right now. Like this is mine. Like and it's not always going to be like this. There's some months where it just hasn't worked and I'm just not seeing the type of champions I want to see. But I've got Death of She-Hulk, fantastic champion, by the way. Really enjoying it in Necropolis, which I'm currently in at the moment. Hulk's there. We've got Iron Man, who I've used in the past. Luke Cage is there. Photon's there. Omega Sentinel, not sure about that one. But definitely there's a high amount of really kind of like decent, hard-hitting champions under the Vanguard line, which I definitely really like at the moment. And of course, from the Vanguard perspective, your pair-ups. You know, exactly. This is why I'm looking to go with weak spot, and then adding into. I could go anywhere. Like that's the biggest thing with this. I could go anywhere. My fine wine pairings, or MCU actors pairing, with Hulk, with Luke Cage, with She-Hulk, Death of She-Hulk, or with Photon. I think that I'm going Hulk. I would have liked to have gone with Death of She-Hulk. I'll probably change my mind. But I like Hulk. I kind of feel like I might be able to be a bit aggressive with that champion. See where the perm stun is. I don't know. I'm definitely going to go with Hulk for that, because it just makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And anything that is not, that's another thing that would be quite crucial to kind of note for anybody, is if some are within Vanguard, or so some within your chosen role, if they don't have the Saga bonus, then that could be a little bit of a downgrade in your damage potential. You could really ramp up your damage by having a champion that is Saga-orientated champion. Some are not. Like Mega Sentinel right there is not. Any others? Colossus is not. Mole Man is not. Chilf is not. And Captain America Infinity War is not. So there's kind of obviously differing options right here for this. And I think just pick, especially if you're rocking Vanguard, is to kind of like pick according to your strengths, especially with champion. Maybe have a bit of a conflab with your, and that's I don't know where conflab comes from, but have a chat with conflab chat. Have a chat with your alliance and see, just some advice. Get some advice. And check out Kat's infographic, and also like what your pairing up is going to be. Because I know people love Future Ant-Man. Ironheart, of course, would be a solid option right here to go with critical armor. So you can really look to ramp up. We love ramp up. Or you could go clean moves. Clean moves with Ironheart could be an interesting pair up right there. But it's always definitely down to like who you choose to use against what. When it comes to, though, the Tactician, right, spicy, interesting. This is where I'd love to get a 7-star Medusa. White Tiger, not sure about. King Groot, Deathless. The thing is, if I was Tactician, I would probably go with Juggernaut, of course, because he's been fixed. And then we've got, that lovely brand new, I don't know, but the thing is, not everybody has a 7-star rank 3 version, 7-star rank 2 or whatever version of that Deathless Thanos. That Deathless Thanos, I think, is going to be a real game changer, especially if you go with Deathless Thanos versus Deathless Thanos, providing you are indeed a Tactician. Of course, within it, we've got Gore, that is not a Saga champion, Doctor Doom, that is not a Saga champion, and Venom not being a Saga champion. It's not like game over because you've got a non-Saga champion you're using. It's just that you will get an extra attack boost as a result of it, in theory, providing it is going to stretch over to AQ. Let's double check that. Alliance Wars, Alliance Quests, raids and side quests. Okay, there we go. So you got the answer there. I was a bit concerned then by saying that, I might have got that wrong. Anyway, you got Gamora. And also, side note to anybody thinking about doing Necropolis runs for the Karina's challenges, do it this time until the saga ends. Mainly as you're getting attack boosts, like doing it after, like it's just going to be like less damage with certain champions. Anyway, lots of decent options. I want to use Scream in something. Like I got a 7-star Scream, and I just haven't had the chance to use it in anything at the moment. Nothing endgame content wise, because I got other stuff, other champions I've been dictated to by Kabam of what I have to use with it. But yeah, you can have some good fun with it, if whether or not you're doing unparalleled buffs. I've never done this because I think I was Tactician for just a limited time. But you've got all these varying different options right here to pair against Null's Break. And then you've got this final one right here, which is Vicious Placebo. And that's going to see you with, Scream if you want, Vox. Vox is definitely a very underrated champion. I feel that I'm going to be using that a lot in my Karina's Challenges run coming up soon. So there's lots of different options and advantages to that. Prepare adequately. Make sure to prepare. Cat's got a fantastic infographic on this one. And definitely kind of like covering all these elements of missions, how things work, right the way through to the structure of everything. Good luck in your AQ raid and smash these deathless champions. We'll hopefully have some gameplay of this coming soon as I get involved. Hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. We'll have to see. But yeah, hopefully some gameplay, and looking forward to seeing hopefully things go right. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in some other content. I'm waiting for a few updates on some stuff, and I'm working on a master resource farming guide. Yes, more on that tomorrow and going on to the later parts of the week. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.